Ruler free, number 1, free ways to ink up foam stems. Hey, I'm Natalie Callback, and let me show you how you can ink up with acrylic paints my new foam stems. So here's a solid side, a pattern side. They're pretty thick, but how do we ink them up? For example, number 1, with a brayer. I always use acrylic paint to use with my foam stems, and here I'm putting out some, for example, soft body paint on a palette paper, and then I roll it out with a rubber brayer so that my rubber brayer is evenly covered with paint. And then I'm going here over my solid side of my foam stamp and covered it totally with the paint, and now I can press it down onto my paper, making sure that I press everywhere, every nitbit of my little bird, and voila, there we go. And I can do the same thing with the brayer onto my pattern side of the bird, going over there and press it down, and 1, 2, 3, here we go. Here's the little bird with its pattern side. Now, number 2, you can also ink with a dauber bottle. They can be purchased empty, for example, from Stampandas. And what they have a little felt dauber on the top through which the paint comes through. And so it takes a little bit of force to get that thing off, but that's good, makes it safe for the paint to be in there. And then once you opened it, you can actually fill it with paint. I like to fill it with, again, soft body paint or, more liquid paint. Often I mix it up with a little bit of acrylic ink, and then the paint has to be shaken in the bottle. Here's one I prepared, which is kind of grayish, and another one in titanium white, since those might be the colors that I use the most with my foam stems. Here, let me show you how that looks like. So I'm pressing the bottle a little bit so that the paint can flow better through the bottle, and then I'm kind of like going for a streaky look here, applying the paint on my elephant, and now I'm pressing it down so that the paint can be transferred to my paper. And here we go, streaky little elephant, which is great if you later use the rubber stamp included in my stamp kits too. And here I'm cleaning it up with a baby wipe to make sure that the paint is not going to dry in the felt tip, and that makes it really nice and handy. And here we go, I'm doing the pattern side now again with the other dauber bottle. And just to show you for fun how the pattern side looks like too. That's a really easy and nice way you can travel easily with those dauber bottles and can fill up all kinds of different colors into those. I like them a lot. But here, number 3, you can also ink with foam. There are foam pads readily available, for example, from Ranger. They're called cut and dry stamp foam pad. And I cut them. Here they're white and black on the other side. You want to use the white side for the paint. I cut them to the size that I need them. And then I'm applying, for example, here's a different paint that I apply, acrylic paint. So I apply that and I soak it, kind of like an ink pad really. Soak it with my paint, and then I can press my foam stamp into that other foam pad, right? And you can actually, with a different color, even see where the paint needs to go a little bit more, and then I can press down that area a little bit more into my pad, and now everything is nice, juicily covered, and I can stamp right onto my paper. And the cool thing about it, it's like we don't want to waste anything here. You can store those foam pads in zipper bags, plastic bags, like Ziploc bags, for example. And that keeps the paint for quite a while, nice and juicy. And I put them in my little stuffed containers that are flat and seal it like really airtight, the whole thing. It's best to use with colors that you use all the time. So let me show you one that I did earlier. Here it's still nice and juicy. It's a black one, and I'm using it with my pattern side, and here we go. I get a really nice and super duper pattern urban scribble image. I hope you like those ruler free, and well, see you next time. Bye bye.